Boy, she's undressing you, not with her hands, not yet, but in her mind. She's already decided if you're the kind of man she wants to taste, or the kind she forgets. Every man walks into a room wearing two things, his body and his energy. One of them she'll admire. The other, she'll undress in her imagination if you know how to carry it. If you've ever wondered why some men get women magnetized to them without saying a word, if you've ever felt invisible despite being a good guy, and if you're tired of being nice, only to watch her crave the man who barely notices her, then this video will change your reality. Because today, you're going to learn the unspoken truth, straight from the lips of a man who watched generations of men fall and a few rise like kings. Part 1. She sees you before you speak. You think she notices your car first. You think she cares about the brand of your shoes. That's a boy's mistake. Let me tell you the truth. A woman sizes up a man within 7 seconds of seeing him. But it's not what you think. She's not seeing your shirt. She's scanning for masculine presence. And if she feels it, truly feels it, she begins to undress you in her imagination, before you say a word. Masculine presence. The silent signal. You want her to fantasize about you before you touch her. Then you must understand this. A woman's attraction isn't visual first. It's vibrational science. Plus, seduction studies in evolutionary psychology show that women are hyper-attuned to male confidence, spatial awareness, and command of energy. These are not things you say. These are things you transmit. That's why the man who says nothing yet walks into a room like he owns the floor. She feels him. Her body responds. Her mind begins to explore the possibilities. Part 2. Stop chasing. Start commanding. You boys chase. You beg. You text her 5 times because she left you on red. That ain't masculine. That's starvation. Sexy. Truth. Attraction is earned in restraint, not pursuit. She wants to be the one who wants you. But you don't give her the space to want. You smother her attention with validation. And then you wonder why she's dry. Rule. 1. The more you text, the less. She fantasizes if she doesn't have time to miss you, she'll never feel the craving to strip for you, mentally or physically. Part 3. The 3 traits that make her mind undress you. Discipline. A man with self-control is the sexiest man in the room. Why? Because if you can control yourself, she starts to fantasize about how you might control her. She thinks, what would it feel like if he told me where to put my legs? Purpose. When your life has meaning beyond her, she starts craving a place in your world. She thinks, he doesn't need me. I want to be needed by him. Eye contact with no apology. Most men look at women like puppies, nervous, hopeful. A man of presence holds her eyes until she blinks. That dominance, that confidence, that's when she imagines what you'd be, like if the lights went out. Part 4. The masculine polarity principle. Why distance turns her on. Listen to me, boy. You think staying close keeps her interested. No. Closeness without tension breeds boredom. Masculine polarity. It's the magnetic pull between distance and desire. You don't build attraction by being available all the time. You build it by being so secure in yourself that you can walk away and make her wonder. A woman desires a man who can disappear into purpose and return with intensity. The psychology behind this is simple but powerful. Polarity is the dance between masculine and feminine energy. The masculine is direction, purpose, and depth. The feminine is chaos, emotion, and movement. When a man becomes too emotionally available, the woman often steps into her masculine. She begins to lead, and with leadership, her attraction diminishes. She doesn't want to be the man in the relationship. She starts to look elsewhere for polarity. Give her something to chase. Give her room to crave. Don't explain your silence. Make it sacred. Part 5. Her fantasy blueprint. What she secretly wants but never says. Here's what she won't admit to her girlfriends. Not on Instagram, not in a hashtag. But deep inside her, there's a craving for the man who makes her feel like a woman. She wants a man who is dominant but gentle, commanding but never aggressive. She craves mystery paired with clarity. She needs to know you want her, but she doesn't want to be able to predict your every move. That unpredictability keeps her imagination burning. That's the beginning of mental undressing. She wants to be overwhelmed, not by chaos, but by masculine certainty. She desires a man who doesn't run from her storms, but walks into them calmly and leads her out with presence. That's when her mind starts to play scenes. Not safe ones, wild ones, intoxicating ones. A woman doesn't fantasize about a man she can control. She dreams about the one who shows her who she is, by making her feel what she can't explain. Part 6. Body language of the sexually commanding man. The way you move, the way you sit, the way you breathe, it speaks volumes before your mouth ever opens. A sexually commanding man doesn't shrink. He doesn't fold himself into the background. He takes up space. His body language says, I belong. His movements are slow, intentional. He breathes deeply and blinks slowly. Fast movements suggest nervousness, but slowness, that suggests power. And when a man maintains stillness amidst chaos, he becomes magnetic. In a loud room, the quiet man with calm presence becomes the gravity everyone feels. Women notice the man whose body says, I don't need your approval. I already approve of myself. And when he walks in like he already belongs, she can't help but imagine what it would feel like if she belonged to him. Part 7. Erotic leadership. Dominate her mind without touching her. You want her to mentally undress for you? Then become the man who leads even in silence. Erotic leadership isn't about aggression. It's about certainty. It's about moving with direction and intention. The man who guides a conversation instead of chasing it. The one who holds eye contact until she breaks it. The one who speaks less, but says more. That's the man who commands attention. When he speaks, he doesn't ask for permission. He makes suggestions with calm authority. Instead of asking, what do you want to do tonight? He says, be ready at 8. Wear black. I'll handle the rest. That's not controlling. That's leadership. And leadership makes her surrender in thought, then in body. Part 8. The delayed reaction trick. Get inside her head long after you leave. Have you ever met someone who said so little, but days later you were still thinking about them? That's the art of impact. The sexually magnetic man doesn't aim to impress in the moment. He plants seeds, subtle ones that grow in her mind long after he's gone. He speaks with restraint. He doesn't overshare. He lets her fill in the blanks. He compliments once and never repeats it. He always leaves first. He exits the interaction with power, with poise. That's how you linger in her mind. Make her curious. Curiosity creates obsession. Obsession leads to fantasy, and fantasy makes her undress you when you're not around. Some men chase women their whole lives and die wondering what they did wrong. Others, they learn the code, the secret, the signal. She's undressing you in her mind, not because of your looks, but because of your energy. Because you've become the man she fantasizes about when her body wants to surrender. Stop chasing her body. Command her mind, and her body will follow. If you felt the power of this message, if you're ready to stop being forgotten and start becoming unforgettable, then hit that like button. It tells YouTube that this is the content men need. And if you're serious about becoming the man she can't ignore, then subscribe now. If you'll subscribe, then you'll get daily new videos, masculine, sexy, real, because this is where men are made.